All right. Last session, the party traveled, finished traveling rather, to the orbital space station here in the Eclipse star system. Spoke to Mordecai Rogers and also met the alien who had a message or information for them. The party accepted Needle and her deal, give them some information, some more information about Orlando Navarro and what he was, what his motivation behind the original theft was. Some clues that might help trace him or help predict his actions and maybe help net additional rewards. Who knows? In any case, the party has now decided to follow up on the location of where that their truck has parked at. Stayed parked for a little while, and they expect that it'll be there for maybe another day or so at this point, and decided to try and subtly go in and take a look. So they activated their ship's stealth features. Needle got to show off just how much better a pilot she is than the captain.
Rub it in.
Whatever. I don't care.
You gotta celebrate your players' wins, even when they're sometimes another player's loss. And you landed. You came in over the mountains and low, try and minimize chances of being detected by any surface sensors that were up, as well as any Mark 1 eyeballs that happen to be moving around. And equipped yourself for some stealthy infiltration and investigation with a potential for combat. The current plan involves your scout, Needle, hanging back with her rifle so that she can survey what's going on from a distance, keep an eye out for trouble, and hopefully warn you folks if something seems to be going on. The other three of you are attempting to sneak in with your quasi-invisible, chameleon-armored cyberpunk lady out in front, and then gunslinging captain and trooper, shock trooper engineer following up. So, with that, for the moment, we're going to describe in the theater of the mind what is happening.
Can I quick point of order?
Yeah.
Apparently, I was right about her rifle. She DM'd me saying it is actually 3,000 range.
Oh yeah, I DM'd you that after Loki got back to me and told me that you were right.
Right.
Yeah.
We took a look at it. Some of the information I was working from was incorrect when I set it up. So we have it fixed. It still has significantly, it's still a rifle that mostly manages comparable range to your pistol.
Yeah. It's still more than mine.
It could be capable of significantly more range, that a weapon of that size could be capable of significantly more range,
Sure.
a full, effective range in the potentially 10-kilometer range even, if you could get a line of sight that long somehow. But there's again seems to be some reason that there is some reason why you can't, and somebody would have to make an armory check to investigate and figure out why the gun is the way it is and what you could do to change it if you wanted to. But yes, it was in fact far too short a range.
That seemed odd.
And on that note, as we get to you doing scouting stuff,
That's a success by 5.
we will take a moment to look at your real quickly at what equipment you have on it, because I would imagine with that long of a range, you'd probably also have some sort of scope, like telescopic scope, which we didn't look into because I didn't think it made any sense with the range numbers you had before. But with the range numbers you have now, it totally makes sense. So we'll take a look at that as we get to you. Now, oh, you're going ahead and making that check? Okay.
I'm sure
Sure.
I've looked
You
at
guys
it.
had time to do. You had time to do that while you were on the ship on your way in. Here, most Gauss weapons fire a high penetration, low air resistance needle. So, you think like the pointy shape of a rifle bullet compared to how they used to be sort of blunt or round nosed. It's that way for better penetration to some extent, and also just much better aerodynamics. And that's the primary way that Gauss projectiles are shaped. But this weapon is optimized to fire a high diameter, blunt-nosed projectile. Not just round-nosed, but actually flat-nosed. What you might call a wad cutter in modern terminology. This because this is not originally a military arm of any sort. It is a hunting rifle, and it is optimized for, built for a load that's going to be very effective at unarmored to minimally armored big game. So if you shoot somebody, that's why it's dealing so much more damage per shot than the various weapons, the various projectile weapons that the rest of you have. It's throwing a very large chunk of metal for a weapon of its type, but it doesn't have nearly the same penetration and not nearly the same range. So that's what's going on there. If you wanted to, you could make different ammunition for it that would improve its range and penetration, but reduce its damage. But yeah, that's all that's going on.
We don't have the facilities or the time for that right now, though.
You have the facilities. I don't know if you have what kind of expertise you've got, but you have the facilities. You have
But I do mention at some point during during our prep before we've already rolled to land and we're hiking, but this is like a flashback. I would have during our prep still up in orbit, I would have mentioned to Needle that we could probably work on getting some different types of ammunition for different situations if they would like.
I think she would be open to that, yeah.
All right. Well then, so now that we've resolved that little that little flashback in question, we are back in the woods. You're in the sort of boreal pine forest, spruce and pine on the sides of these mountains with swampy ground at their foothills.
Them there foothills.
And you're heading down towards that swampy ground to inspect this, take a look at this facility. So, Needle, are you gonna try and stay on the ground, or do you want to try and like get up in a tree or some other even more elevated position?
Some rocky outcroppings above us.
Yeah, what kind of
Yeah,
a spot are you looking for?
I mean, considering she's going to be wanting to stay out of sight and have a great view of the entire location, I have a feeling she would 100%. And this is a mountainous area, so it makes sense to climb up on a rocky outcropping overlooking the main area.
Sure. So you want to be down relatively close, overlooking. Is that what I'm following correctly? Down relatively close, overlooking the parking lot more or less directly? Or did I just completely misunderstand you?
I
Not
mean,
down,
overlooking.
up.
Yeah, up, not down.
Okay.
Yeah, climbing up on top of a rocky outcropping of some kind.
Sure. All right. Give me a quick. You have. What survival skill do you have?
Arctic.
Oh boy.
Give me a check of survival at -2.
I mean, rocks are kind of like ice if you think about it.
Nope.
The idea is the familiarity of the general terrain to try and find, like, quickly and efficiently find the kind of outcropping she's looking for.
I succeed by 1.
All right. Right, because your skill is a 13, so
Nice.
at a -2, that's a success by 1. All right. So, yes, you find a place. It's a kind of a ridge of stone jutting out from a steep slope, and there you be. You have a pretty good perspective of all of what's going on down below. I want you to go ahead and give me a stealth check as you try and settle in and not be spotted from below.
I succeed by 3.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
That's almost a crit of some kind.
There you be. You have settled up. Checked your reflections off of the front of your scope and whatnot to make sure you're not advertising yourself with little flashing lights, and are settled in to watch and wait. Now, I want the rest of the group to give me a stealth check as well.
Alright, I'm gonna use 2 of my new ones. I get to show them off on camera. Okay, that's definitely.
Oh, that's what that jingle bell shit was.
Yeah, that was the hollow one. Anyway, that is definitely a success, but by how much? Question mark.
Well,
Success by 4.
I want to know what it is without your tech bonuses, because I know what the tech bonuses are.
Yeah. Okay.
And as before, I can't tell you what sensors specifically are in play
Yeah.
to tell you what bonus you use. So you just tell me in general, and then I assess that
Okay,
bonus.
so
Got it?
I succeeded raw by 4, just on my whatever's on my screen.
Great.
Stat.
And how about, okay, fail by 2 in the captain, and we have a success from Cirulas. So that puts the group at a success overall. So you are slinking down the hillside. It's a little tricky because the ground here is like, there's been trees cut down, cut back. There's been erosion. Some of this land has been cleared for the mining that's been conducted here. As you're looking down, like off to your left, there's a mostly disused looking like pit, like big pit mine, as you were coming in, you could tell that there's some water that's gathered at the bottom, not a lot, and you can see that there's a pump trying to keep the place cleared out, but there's not a lot of activity there. In front of you is a parking lot. That's really like all you can really see is a parking lot and a chain link fence with little guard posts at the corners that are maybe 10, 12 feet off the ground, and a sort of a toll gate thing, like a mechanically operated gate with a guard post. And it's up against a mostly man-made. So there's a spot where the steep slope has been dug back into almost a cliff face. It's not perfectly sheer, but it's pretty steep. You can't see the way in yet, but you're heading on down, and now I need to know, how do you want to go from on the hilltops over this compound? You're currently like 100 meters up the mountainside at the edge of the trees. Do you want to try and climb down inside the fence, or do you want to try and climb down outside the fence, which would be less difficult, less visible, but then leave you with having to get over the fence again?
These are the methods that that she's found scouting ahead.
So
Olivia's found scouting ahead.
yes. So what we've got is Livia's like 10, 15, 20 meters in front of you, just ranging out in front. And so you folks can see as you reach the tree line, like Livia stops, takes a look, and you folks catch up and are all standing there at the tree line, trying to decide how you want to get down from there.
I have particular.
Basically, there isn't a path from here. There may have been a path at some point, but because the land is naturally steep here, and then the trees that help kind of hold it together were all cut, it's kind of a muddy / gravelly sort of mess. So you can either travel down through that, which is going to be comparatively fairly visible, but would let you get down inside the fence, or you can get around the outside, climb down in a way that's really just hiking down through the trees, which will be much harder to spot, but then you have to get over the fence again.
How visible is this fence from any kind of defensive structure or watchtower? Because I'm thinking, can we like cut a hole in it and return, or not a hole, but like cut like a line so it's a little stealthy and we could just dive into it.
Right. So, the ground has been cleared about 10 meters back from the fence, all around it. It's a three-sided, there's four sides of a square. You've only got three sides that are fenced, and the fourth is formed by this rock face. There's guard posts at the two fence corners.
It's very hard for me to visualize this.
And all right, well, tell you what, go ahead and pause the recording. Give me 5 to 10 minutes, because I'm just gonna have to draw a map.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
It's something.
This is not to scale.
Yeah.
It is not to scale. So when I put people's minis up here, don't. Oh shoot. Do we have any sort of a mini for Needle yet?
Don't know.
No.
Any sort of a token? All right. While I'm working with the rest of the group, Needle, I'd like you to try and source something that we can use as a vaguely representative token for, like a picture for your character. I can make it into a token, but I need you to have something for me to work with, because if we get in a fight, I have to be able to put you on a map.
You want this one?
I already have an idea.
Okay. Literally any of Ollie.jpg.
No, I have a better idea.
So, you guys can see the map now, right?
Yeah.
You've got it. Yep, you can see it. So, you folks are standing. So, these brown lines at the back here. Think of it a bit like the
Topography.
elevation lines
Yeah.
on a topographic map. So, as you can see, they're closer together directly over that compound, and a little further apart to either side, indicating how the ground slopes more gradually. Again, not to scale. This is just a general impression.
Understood.
And you folks are up at the top of the tree line, directly above this space. So, as you look at it, no, there isn't really a point where you're directly obscured from a guard tower along the fence.
Hmm.
The walls are straight-sided,
Yeah.
in part because that's easier.
I see what you're
but
saying.
it's definitely an intentional feature that it's hard. You can't approach the fence without being seen from the towers.
Okay, in that case, I want to see like what the postings look like.
All right. What do you got for binoculars, telescopic vision, or other sorts of vision enhancements?
Well,
I know you've got some.
I've got thermal imaging.
Some tricks.
I got that's protected. That's infravision, telescopic vision 1 right here,
Okay.
and night vision, and blindness.
What was that over there, Cap?
I said only one.
What was that, Cap?
Yeah, she said telescopic vision 1. I said only 1?
Yeah.
How much do you have?
2.
Okay. What I'd like is for each of you to give me a vision roll.
Any modifier?
None that I'm calling for you folks to add.
Oh wait, I have a very high vision. So in theory, that is a success by 2, not counting any other modifiers.
Success by 2. And what have you got?
Spooky eyes.
Success by 4.
Success by 4. All right. So, both of you can make out that there's one person on guard at each corner up in the tower. There appears to be no one at the gate right now. At the moment that you are checking, roll me a D20, please.
Ooh,
Livia.
interesting.
Excuse me.
Let me grab one of my new ones, my new techie one that I got.
Seems appropriate.
That's I think a 19, I believe.
61.
19. 19. I need you to re-roll. That is too high to give a meaningful answer.
Okay. Why not like a D12 or
Wow.
something?
Your lobster tail is too
Because
buttery.
a D12 can't get us a I feel like the range I'm looking for is 14.
Well, I got a 13. Does that count?
Yes, that counts.
Okay.
Okay. So, you do not, like in the minute or two, like 5 minutes that you folks are standing there looking, you don't see any like shift change happening either with the staff or with the folks at the guard post. You are able to get a count of the number of vehicles parked. There are a total of 18 ground vehicles.
Ooh. That's a militia.
Most of them look like civilian, like trucks, SUVs, like rough country road vehicles. However, there is one wheeled APC, armored personnel carrier, though it doesn't appear to have any mounted weaponry. It is clearly an armored vehicle. It's got 6 wheels, heavily built.
I'm gonna steal that.
There's
Get out of my head.
there is one very familiar box truck, and there is a couple of more like streetcar, like a little bit less backcountry looking vehicles.
I don't have my GURPS stock up. There we go. Alright, well, I don't want to snipe one of the guys out because they probably got this thing where they like talk to each other like once every 30 minutes or something just to check in. So I don't.
Also, they're within sight of each other. They're only 100 meters apart down
Yeah,
there.
there's also that. Unless I get real good at shooting real quick.
You need to be able to land a precision kill on someone from a total distance of something like 300 meters from where you are.
Yeah.
So that you know, Needle, from where you're at, it's about a 450 meter shot to the furthest away. If you look at this map, you are off the map towards the bottom right.
Okie dokie.
All right. Also, just let me know. Just sing out once you've got the picture ready for me to put together. So, what do you want to do?
I need to be right back for 1 minute. I will not be long.
With C's planet, don't fall into the holes. Oh dear.
Oh, you just caught that?
Well, I'm pacing because I'm describing a bunch of stuff, so I have to pace. So I just stopped back to check on any chat developments that happened while I was away.
Wait, what did you read? I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying.
One of the last things that Plank said before his most recent role with after his bad stealth check and discussion of a bolt cutter, and before his preemptive roast of your character profile pick. It's in the.
I'm sorry, I'm putting love and care into it.
No. It's just I'm not familiar with Avali as a concept, so with the exception of like color patterns, they all kind of look the same to me.
Wow.
I'm back.
That is like the most racist thing you could have said.
Oh wow! I can't wait. I can't wait to rewatch this video.
Nobody tell them what was said. I'll have to find it out. All right.
All right.
I think that might be our first vaguely YouTube shortable moment.
I'm gonna slot in my
All right.
electronics operation security. I feel like that might be useful.
Sure.
I say in my little radio, I say, Livia, stick your tongue on the fence, see if it's electrified.
No, I will do a little pinky on it.
So I want to ask then, because at the moment you're all up at the tree line, looking down with your cybernetically enhanced eyeballs. Livia, since you're the forward scout here,
Yeah.
do you want to try and use your superior camouflage to get down the fence, get down the slope on the inside, where you can be inside the fence without having to get through it?
That was kind of what I was thinking, but I don't know what further intel I can really get without like taking out the guards and getting my
Give me an observation check.
getting my team in there. Okay.
An observation check could be a
I
start.
think I have that.
Either one of you may make an
I
observation
do
check,
have that.
or both. I think at least one of you, if not both of you, have that. It fits both of your
That's
backs.
a failure.
Weirdly, the only one in the group who doesn't have observation, I think, is the one who's currently on Overwatch.
Well, in my defense, I did not know that was the skill.
We've heard that before.
You did actually know it existed. I mentioned it to you, but it also just didn't fit your character's background. We discussed observation. I described observation, scrounging, and search, and he said, because we only really need one to start out with, and scrounging fit your background better. But
Oh,
that's
did I
fine.
hear-
It's not a big deal.
In my defense, the DM
Yeah.
told me not to do it.
That is generally an okay excuse. So we have a fail by 3 and a success by 1. All right. So, other things. How long do you want to stand here looking over things from this distance before you guys try and get closer?
I mean, I have a particular
Well,
advantage. I can like get in there without too.
I was kind of the way that I pictured this sequence of events happening is that Livia scouts ahead to find some sort of entry point, whether it's vaulting over the fence or cutting the fence or something to that effect, while Needle hangs out above high enough to kind of spot Livia and us for safety, and then we all move in when Livia gives us some signal to move forward.
I can probably.
So you're comfortable staying back there as long as you need to, and you're just gonna look while you're staying back there. Sounds good. Livia, it sounds like you're taking just a few minutes to observe, and then gonna try and get closer.
Yeah.
So you don't observe anything else of interest before you need to start making your way down. And I now need to know to which side of the fence do you want to aim for? Inside or outside?
I mean,
Like, ping me on the map about where you want to try and get down.
it is difficult. I don't know what would be most useful.
And we're roughly over here, right? We're roughly over here, right? Somewhere.
Nope.
Like off the map.
You are roughly up here.
Okay.
I missed it.
Give me a moment then.
So what's stopping us from like
Oh. That's on the wrong
paragliding
layer.
over the wall here or whatever?
There isn't a wall fence per se. It's just a steep slope. So what's stopping you from like paragliding? None of you have the equipment. What's stopping you from just climbing? Nothing other than the fact that it's a pretty exposed surface. So most, people like Lex are going to have a great deal of difficulty getting down there
Okay.
unnoticed.
So my best option is probably getting right here.
There's also a slight risk that, because of how steep it is, if you're especially unlucky, you could fall a good ways down the mountainside and land in the parking lot.
I mean,
Like, you
tumbling
could
down
slide
the mountain's a way
down.
to get down the mountain.
So you want to go down on the outside?
I'm thinking that just because that's going to be in like the guards towers like periphery, and I'm half invisible. I think I'll be safe to
Sure.
sort of try to see if I can cut a little like a line into the fence, and it'd be a little clandestine for my team. But the problem is we just need to find stuff within there to like hide behind. I feel like I'm playing
So-
Star Wars Outlaws.
So joking aside, these are trees, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But they are not representing exact trees. Instead, there are trees. There's about a
Okay.
10-meter gap between the edge of the fence and the trees. And that's, and there are trees. This is otherwise in a forest.
So if I If I can-
Now the trees aren't very deep. There's not a huge, like, just off the map, off the upper left-hand corner is the pit, the strip mine pit. And this is, looking to get into the face of the mountain where you folks are at. So that gives you maybe a little larger context, but yeah, that's where you're
okay.
at.
So I can't really see Livia from any distance beyond a couple meters right now. But
Not even that, unless they really want you to, probably.
right. So does Livia have some sort of signal that can ping me to let me know what her?
I could text you through.
She has a radio.
I could text you through
Well,
my
yeah.
small computer.
Okay, so
Yeah.
once Livia finds a way through the fence, either over it or like cutting through it or whatever she decides, it's on her. But ideally, creating a breach point. Once she's in, I want to signal everybody else to kind of hang out somewhere in here amongst the trees to hide.
Okay.
All right, so that still leaves us with okay. Livia, are you ready to go down the hill to the spot you have circled?
Oh dear God. Okay.
That's what we're waiting on. Is we need a decision.
Yeah, I mean I have to. I don't have great climbability.
All right, I would like a climbing check and a stealth check.
Shit. Okay, this is gonna go great. Where is my climbing? I thought I had it on here somewhere. General. There it is. Okay, it's 10. It's not default. At least. All right, we're gonna do the climbing. We're gonna get that out of the way because that's gonna suck. Okay, cool. I anti-jinxed it. So that's a success by 7, or no, a success by 3. Whoops. Success by 3.
All
I
right.
was reading
On
the dice. I got
climbing or on stealth?
that's climbing. I got a 7 on
Okay.
that.
Very good.
So stealth is on the dot. Success by 0. Well, with my camo and all that.
Yeah. All right. So you head on down. For a little while, those of you waiting up in the tree line are able to make out where Livia is by the movement of dust and dirt under her feet. But once she gets more than about 30 meters away from you, you start to lose track as she heads down the still relatively steeply sloping land to
They're about to see something with what I got in my
base.
brain.
Down by the fence. Livia, you are now standing at the corner, like at the fence, at the point where it is, like where it runs back into the back into the dirt. There's a spot where the sort of chain link ends, and then there's strands of razor wire that are extend from there, like dug into attached to stakes dug into the dirt. Now, this
Frank
fence
was here.
is just over 2 meters tall, with looped razor wire at the top to make it difficult to climb over.
Joke's on them. I don't want to climb.
It's
I don't want to climb
tight-
anyway.
It's a tight chain link. What do you want to do?
So I have a question.
Sure.
Simple knives can't cut through chain link. I mean, I've never done it, but I wasn't a hooligan.
Simple metal knife is not going to do it.
However, I do have a monowire whip. Now, in the Cyberpunk 2077, you can be invisible, but your monowire still emits some light. So, is it kind of the same here, or is it stealth with me? Because it's like...
Well, as it happens, as we discussed, monowire in this setting doesn't have to make a light.
Okay.
So yours does, as a function of some combination of safety and vanity. But you can turn it off.
Okay, cool. All right, because I'm not fighting with it, so I'm just kind of pulling a little maybe a ruler's worth, like 12 inches worth of it, so I can start like using the heat and
you're trying to saw through, cut through links with it.
Yeah.
All right. What sort of check do I want for that?
I mean, we could do my whip skill, but it's not combat, so I don't know.
You're not using it like a whip.
Yeah.
You're not using this any. You have 4th entry?
I should.
Yes.
Yep, there it is.
Give me a 4th entry check.
Alright, don't fuck me, techie dice. I need to get more techie dice. Okay. Ooh.
At some point, you should think about getting like sets of D6s.
I have got
Or what have you.
yeah,
So you have-
I've got one coming in, but it's not very
so you have
techie.
matching D6s.
Yeah. Oh, like my Oogie Boogie dice. A success by 2.
All right. Very good. Give me a second to pull up. All right. So, I am just distracted for a moment because I'm getting someone's mini set up. Good. Let's grab that. All right.
It may be 3 pixels in a dream, but it works.
3 pixels in a dream.
I'm trying to find. Oh, that tool isn't working properly. Let's try it on a different browser. There. So, you are, getting through. Why is that border not? So why can't I? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Ooh. Oh, it's only 5 yards. How much? I don't know how far yards are.
A yard is 3 feet.
Okay. 15 feet.
You-
That's still not very far.
You, what?
I'm workshopping a plan, but I need a distraction thing.
No, that's not what I'm a little gobsmacked
Oh,
by.
okay.
You don't know how big a yard is.
Not really.
It's a little longer than a meter. It's about 3 feet.
A little shorter than a meter.
I know feet. I don't even know meters.
A yard is 3 feet.
Okay, cool.
Have you never seen a yardstick?
I may when I was a child, maybe, in school.
Isn't there a yardstick anywhere in your home?
No,
We used to have yardsticks when
measuring tape is what we have.
we used to have yardsticks when our mother and grandmother were like into sewing and stuff.
Yeah.
But that hasn't been for many years.
Okay.
But my family's always used those little measuring sticks that's just in the palm of your hand and it just extends. Like that's the only measuring tool that I've had in my life.
That you can remember.
That I can remember. It probably has a notation of yards in it because it has like 3 different notations on it. But I always just read the feet. This is this many
All right.
inches. And this many.
All right. I've got a token for the character. Now, back as we were.
Sure.
Okay. So you're down there. Got a success by 2, you said?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, it takes a little less than a minute per sec unit of wire that you need to cut through. It's good quality. You know, I mean, it's just galvanized steel, but that's still fairly hard. And you're trying not to make noise by having things snap and spring around. Give me a stealth check. A minute of length. And you need, for the captain, about that long of a length.
That's definitely a success. Success by 4, I believe.
All right. So it's about 40 odd minutes since you started climbing down the hill before you have a slit cut in the fence that you think is big enough to let someone through.
Okay.
Someone specifically the size and shape of the captain.
That's what
who's
I was gonna
not really
ask.
not really built for squeezing through
He's
things.
my height, but how bulky is he? Like, is he like chunk?
Yes.
Okay.
How bulky is he?
Imagine
Yes.
a brick wall made out of flesh. That is the captain.
And a hat.
The thing is, it's not made out of flesh. It's made out of metal. That's the problem. If it were flesh,
Well,
this would be
imagine a
easier. It'd be
metal
squishable.
wall.
It'd be squishable. He is not particularly squishable.
Okay.
So, it takes about 40 minutes. In that time, the captain, you've had your success by 3 with observation. You note that
I can clearly see the fence being sliced open.
well, no, actually. You're not able to make that out from where you're at.
Yeah.
In particular sense, I don't think Livy actually said exact. No, Livy probably
I
communicated
texted.
vaguely what she
Hey,
said.
I'm in the very far corner.
So if you specifically look, yeah, you can make it out. But you observe just that you haven't seen anyone come out in the parking lot at all. In this whole time. You also have observed no traffic on the road, and it's while you're looking at the road that you notice some things. So, on your hike down, you noted that the grass was wet. It looked like it may have just rained here within the last day or so. and it's quite damp. You even know that it's marshy ground out there outside, like outside the compound. You've observed that on your way in and from the maps you've been able to get hold of for the planet in general. However, there does, as you look it over, there doesn't appear to be any meaningful mud on the parking lot, which tells you that nobody has driven in off of this dirt road since the last time it rained. So, within the last several hours. You'd hazard a guess that nobody, like, these vehicles have been parked here overnight.
Okay.
Okay.
That means there's some quarters within.
Could I zoom in on the box truck that we've been tracking?
Yeah, a bit.
Okay.
What you got?
I want to see if it's sitting low to the ground like it's loaded up, or if it's sitting high like it's unloaded.
For that, give me another vision or observation check.
That's the same either way.
To your joke, Ebony, I really do need to go into some chip thievery and try to like get some real money off of people. But I don't know what the equivalent of
Success by 0.
sleight of hand would be in this.
There's a skill I think it might be just called sleight of hand, but
Damn.
for like stage magic, that kind of thing. But say that again. Sorry, I was distracted with this. Oh wait, you rolled. You got success by what?
0.
Straight success. Success by 0. Thank you. All right. At this range, you're sure it's not as heavily loaded as it was described to you as being when it first arrived in the city.
Mhm.
But other than that, you are not sure. You're just
Okay. Now, is this a facility
just
that
not close
goes-
enough.
I didn't mean to do that.
No,
Is
you're
this a facility that goes into the rock face, or is it just a parking lot?
into the rock face. Like there's a doorway and such somewhere in that area that you can't see because of the way the land lies, but Livia down below absolutely can see the entryway. And I should take a moment to describe the entryway too. It's a big garage door size entryway that does seem to have a vertically opening and closing door. You don't make out any security like standing guard outside the door, but you do see a small like side door next to, like a person-sized door right next to this garage door of sorts. And you expect that folks trying to get vehicles in are gonna be calling or radioing in to the door operators to get inside. You also go ahead and give me an observation check, Lydia.
Oh.
I did a thing in the chat while you were describing all that.
10. That is a straight success. Let me double check my observation. No, success by 2.
Success by 2. Okay, you can see a couple of cameras positioned around the inside of the area. So there is a camera actually just on the other side of the fence from you and facing inward. not looking down the fence. Well, one looking down the fence line, and one next to it looking further in. So you got like a pair of cameras. There's one or two cameras over the door, like each of the two doors side by side. And you're pretty sure you can make out cameras on the corner towers. Doesn't appear to be any cameras outside, like facing outside the fence, though.
Interesting.
Not where you were at.
I text everybody what I find especially with the cameras. Are they like rotary or are they pointing at specific points?
Well, give me an electronics operations security check.
Ooh,
Let's see how familiar you are with this kind of camera.
I have that slotted. So that is.
I know.
It's like I knew.
Or the DM's actively making you roll that because they know you have that.
Or it's relevant, let's be fair. 11, that's a success by 1.
All right. So this style of camera is not likely to be panning back and forth. It's probably just got a wide angle lens. So there's it's not like you could find like a blind spot to walk the captain down where he wouldn't be in the camera's view.
It's not quite.
You would probably have to do something to interfere with the function of the camera to get
aiming at.
him and Cirulas through here. On the plus side, the vehicles do seem to be tending to be parked closer to the rock face here. So if there were some sort of distraction or gap in the attention of the guards and the cameras were taken offline, you think you could probably get the captain from through the fence, from the woods through the fence, and to hidden behind a car in just a quick dash of a couple of seconds.
I like how this is turning into like just an escort the captain mission.
Lex made a good point in chat.
You are the largest and most unwieldy in this situation. Everybody's got their strengths, and this isn't yours.
I'm a bull in a china shop.
But to Lex's point in the Roll20 chat, he was half joking with your hacker laptop, but no, that is something I can do. I just don't know, would it be computer programming or electronics operations surveillance? Probably.
You would need a computer operations and electronics operations surveillance check.
Okay. I do both of those things.
So I'm assuming at this point you are slipping through the fence.
Yeah.
Are you letting people know that you're through the fence at this point?
Yes, and I will text that's like, hold up, let me see if I can mess with the cameras. Because there's a few
All right.
of them.
Get me a computer operations check.
All right, we're going to do a double roll here, and I'm going to use these 3 because they're identical, and I'll use that for my computer operations. So we're about to roll a shit ton of dice. Okay. Well, that's bad. That's 12, 13, 14. So that's a failure by 2 on the basic computer operation. However, the other one's good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is a success by 2 on the other one.
Okay, so
failure by 2, success by 2.
Hold on to that electronics operation surveillance check result. We will use it if you get into it, but you're having issues connecting to this system. You're not sure if it's just you just have the wrong connection protocol set, or what, but you can attempt again. There's going to be a -1 penalty for each, cumulative -1 for each attempt after the first.
I think I can do better. I'm going to roll different dice. So
Sure.
So I'm rolling for an 11 this time. Okay. Oh, okay. It's better. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Success by 1.
All right. So you take a deep breath and try again, and you are in. You are able to connect to the network of, plug your device into the network of cameras, and for the moment, you have access to all the external cameras.
Okay. So
Now, what was your electronics operation surveillance check?
that one was a success by 2.
Okay. All right. What would you like to do with these cameras?
So Lex joked about doing a 30-second loop. I want to extend it. I want to do like a 5-minute loop, but with since I'm in the system, I don't have to sit there for 5 minutes. I could just use what's already like on file, essentially.
Right. Do you want to loop 5 minutes of back footage from the buffer to each camera? All right.
Yeah, basically.
I will need one additional electronics operation surveillance check to pull that off.
All right. This set of dice has done me okay. I failed a couple, but this set of dice has been treating me kind of well. So let's do this. Okay. All right. That's a 10, so that's another success by 2.
All right. You are able to successfully set the camera footage for all exterior cameras to a 5-minute loop.
Hell yeah. I text my team. Okay, the cameras are good for a while. I still don't have a solution for the actual Watchmen, and I don't know. And that's when I end the text. And in Livia's head and in my head, I don't know how like active or alert these guards are. If they're just kind of doing a job, or are they really like Hawkeyeing the road and whatever.
Well, you haven't been watching that so far.
True.
You've been focused on your work.
Yeah.
So, how do you want to monitor this?
Oh,
as the rest
let me
of the group
text.
does their best to sneak down the hill, how do you want to monitor this?
Let me text with Needle. Like what?
Needle. Before we get you're asked the question, let's have you try and gather the answer.
Yay!
I would like you to give me either an observation or a vision check. And we haven't picked a specific one, but we'll be setting your weapon up with a scope, which might cost a little extra money, but your signature gear advantage is got loads of money space for it, so it's not going to cost you anymore. It's
What is that
to note that
signature
you're gonna have
gear?
signature gear is an advantage
I have that.
that allows you to essentially trade character points, item or set of items that are a key part of your character, a bit like Han Solo in the Millennium Falcon,
Yeah.
or
his DL-44 modified blaster.
a bit, but that's less key to his character than his ship. This is a character to whom a thing, for a character to whom a thing is an important part of their character, this is a way that you can buy it. It not only potentially saves you some points, it also, like some on wealth versus possessions, it also means that you can't just lose it. The DM has to allow you a good faith attempt to recover this item if it somehow becomes lost or stolen. Needle has a few of their belongings
For me, gun.
are pieces of signature gear because of where they're from and the cultural significance those items have to them.
Yeah.
Now,
So,
all right.
how would I make
I want, vision.
check?
So you'll roll 3d6 and compare, and you're just rolling against your vision stat, which should be a full, it'll be up
Oh,
next to
I
your
see.
other
Never mind.
attributes.
I got it.
Yep, under perception. Yeah, go for it.
I succeed by 2.
All right. Well, let's see. You have had lots of time to sit up here and observe. Because it's been an hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's been up there like an hour.
It's like an hour and 20 minutes, something, since the group moved, and you're not able to pick up where Livia is. You're just aware of the communications going on in the network. For that matter, none of you can tell where Livia is. None of you have sufficiently high-tech sensors going to defeat her stealth suit under these circumstances. So since she's not drawing attention to herself, you're having to kind of take her word on where she is, what she's doing. But you are able to observe the guards. And
They're sleeping.
they are awake. You can tell that they are armed. They have weapons with them. It looks to you like they're probably carrying energy weapons, not projectile weapons.
Ooh, fancy.
And while all the cameras seem to be focused inward, the watchman's attention seems to be focused outward.
Beautiful.
Okay.
You're not sure how watchful they are in the grand scheme of things, but you do know they're spending a lot of time looking outside the compound and not very much time looking inside it. So, at about the hour and 20 minute mark, Livia shoots a message to you and asks, what do you ask, Livia?
I'm just asking that for that exact information. Like, how are the guards looking? Are they?
Do it in character, my friend.
Okay.
Be right back.
Livia shoots.
Come on, it's a role-playing game.
I don't know what Needle's tech
Role-play.
is. Do they have any kind of internal, like a mini computer or an internal like head thing? What do you got over here?
Well, Needle has a
Oh, neural interface.
yeah.
Right, but that's not something that your character actually knows about.
Yeah.
So as far as you're aware, they don't have like a built-in like brain radio
Yeah.
kind of a deal like the captain
Okay.
does. They just have a communicator that they carry on their belt
Okay. All right. Well, I
or in a headset or helmet.
essentially
Yeah.
like Livia's pretty. She's in operative mode, so she's not like flavoring her speech. It's very like a brief sort of.
Sure.
Hey, Needle, what are the guards doing? Are they looking inward at all? That kind of thing. Beep boop.
In response, she'll send a text simply saying they're paying attention to the road, not inside.
Okay, excellent. Then I send a text to the network in general, so Needle is aware of like the operations. Olivia will send a text to the effect of, "There's nothing I don't have any technology that will help either of you get in here, but it seems like the guards aren't really paying attention to the gate right now, so if you can slink in very quickly, we might be able to get in here without too much trouble."
I mean, we're all patched into the same like communication frequencies, right? So it's all kind of like a cloud of communication anyway,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So
You have the
we're-
option to send each other messages privately. You
Okay.
also have the option to be communicating to on the public network and just addressing someone specifically.
So we've got the group
So-
chat and we've got DMs.
Precisely.
All right.
Oh.
So I'm going to signal that it's time to head down to this spot. Trying to,
It's like I don't
Move in
know
and out of
what
trees.
Siru can do to like help you sneak better.
Not much unless. So as you folks are heading on down, Lex, give me a stealth check
Oh, here we go.
and a climbing check. on your way down the mountain.
I was trying to figure out how to buff it, and we're here now, so.
Oh dear.
Sometimes you just gotta
Climbing
hope and
failure
pray
by
your
1.
team.
Stealth
Okay.
success by 0.
Ooh, shit.
Right. All right. So, Cyrulos is actually doing a little worse than you on both counts, and you can both count yourselves very lucky that you have the benefit of cover from trees, and that it's not a sheer slope. So, you two, like Whistle, can easily tell where you folks are
Needle.
at from her angle. Or Needle. Yep. There we go.
Checks box.
It has begin.
Yep. We have the new bingo square.
They almost did it earlier too.
At least it doesn't mean I'm calling one player by another, calling different people. At least I'm getting the right person. So
Improvements, yes.
yeah, baby steps or something. Anyway, but the two troopers make it down to the base of the trees and then have to decide how you want to get through. As you go and are standing there, Cyrulos says to you directly in your ear comm, because she's just speaking and has exterior sound disabled on her helmet, so unless someone's quite close to her, they won't hear that she's talking.
So this is
I've got, other than ordnance and munition style stuff, I don't have anything to get you through this. This is covert ops is not my my field of operation. So like, I can make an explosion down at the other end of the fence, and that would distract, but it would also rouse alarms.
I think we're just going to have to do our best.
Okay,
Once we get into the motor
right.
pool, we can use the cars for cover.
I'll go first then. In case there's any other trouble, I should go first. All right. Oh. Well, okay, that was a much better stealth roll. So, what she does is, at this point, like slings her gun across her back, and kind of standing there waiting as the wind is blowing a bit, and in the middle of a particularly hot, strong, like gust of wind, because with conifers, tall conifers, they tend to, the whole tree tops tend to sway a fair amount in any reasonable wind, and the branches can make a fair amount of noise, not so much against themselves, but just against each other. You get a loud rustle.
Nice.
In a tall conifer forest during the wind. And she's watching, waiting, and catches one, runs forward, dives through the fence, hits the ground with a roll, doesn't hit the ground and roll and get up, but hits the ground and crawls quickly, dives through and crawls the last couple of feet to behind a car. Then you can see her from the other side of the fence, Lex, lying on the ground. She's now on her back, looking around underneath cars, listening, and then she radios in, "I'm across and clear. You're good to go, Captain."
All right. So I assume that that Needle is still up top. Do they want to?
Needle is currently still on Overwatch.
Do they want to reposition up there to get a better vantage point of the motor pool itself, or am I misunderstanding?
So they're specifically found a ridge and outcropping that lets them see everything except like the door itself, because that's as steep and sheer as the surface gets.
Okay.
They could try and get a closer perspective, but Needle, your impression is that this is, without getting significantly closer, this is probably the best vantage point that there is to be had on what's going on down here.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to slink in. Hopefully, I won't need to tuck and roll because we don't need the sound of pots and pans hitting pavement.
All right. Give me a stealth check.
That's a failure by 5.
So, here's what happens. You run, like, you do the same thing. You, like, wait for the wind and run for it, and you get stuck. The space is big enough, except that the wire gets stuck, like caught in the loops of like straps and such. Like you have wire hooked on your suit. I'm gonna allow you a strength check to try and wrench free, or a stealth check at a -2 to slip out more subtly and try and escape before you're spotted.
This strength check doesn't necessarily involve my arms directly, correct?
You can use your arm strength on this.
All right. So does that mean I'll get like a +2 bonus?
You're rolling against a 14 instead of a 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been a success by
whistle.
2 anyway.
Whistle.
So success by 4.
Needle.
Needle.
That's me.
See this happen. And something comes to mind because you've seen, like, you've had not exactly this situation, but situations like this have happened when you've been hunting with your tribe in the past as a group. Somebody like trips and falls in the snow and makes a sound and would out the folks who are stalking. You can, if you like, try to give the captain cover by trying to shoot something, like shoot a projectile past the nearest watchman closely enough to make a noise that they would try to investigate, but not so close as to hit them. It's a difficult shot, but if you are successful, it will help the captain. If you fail, there's a 50-50 shot that you just shoot the guard. What would you like to do?
Well, here's the thing. Wouldn't they hear the gun go off?
I was
No.
gonna ask.
Oh,
thing
right,
about
because
it's a Gauss gun.
Ooh.
It is an
yeah, I just
electromagnetic
realized.
only sound is the sonic boom, the crack of the projectile, which occurs all the way along the length of its travel until it slows down enough that it's subsonic, which is the point in this case, to try and make a loud sound on one side that will distract someone. They might be a little more alerted after that, but if you're successful, they won't see the captain till he's got himself unstuck from the chain link fence.
Sure, why not? Let's do it.
You've got a pretty good
All right.
gun roll.
Give me an attack roll with your rifle.
Success by 4.
Yeah.
Success by 4. All right. That is just good enough to pull this off. Like I said, difficult shot, but you recognize it. You're already got your gun rested and aimed in the general direction, and so you quickly just shift your reticle over just a little bit, squeeze off a round, mark one round. I don't know how you want to track using ammunition during a fight, but make sure you note somewhere that you fired a shot.
Okie dokie.
And then, yeah. So those of you who are down in the parking lot, immediately after the captain gets stuck, in particular Livia, you hear the sound of what's clearly a Gauss rifle projectile. Like, the sound of that sonic crack,
Sure.
and the long, and it's not just, oh, there's a crack in that spot. It's like, you can almost feel with your cybernetically enhanced hearing, because you have enhanced hearing, right?
No, it's mostly vision.
No, you don't.
But I still
captain,
know
with
a
his enhanced
Gauss weapon. Yeah.
Can't tell, like, about what crack, and the guards don't see as you wrench yourself free of the fence and hurry over. So, you are safely through.
I give Zero a thumbs up.
Downside, as you look back, the wire fence is no longer like sitting nicely,
Oh,
understated.
damn it.
If someone looks there, there's a good chance they may notice that the fence was damaged, and if they investigate, they will probably be able to conclude that it was cut. So, perfect infiltration has been lost, but you are not detected yet.
Can I like scoot back over there and try to clean that up? Even if it's imperfect, just straighten out the metal.
Give me a forced entry check at -4.
Oh my god.
This is like really not what you train.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to do well.
All right.
But give me a check,
8.
Quick,
and we'll see if you're able to pull it off.
Oh my god, I gotta roll a bunch of 3s and 2s essentially, so this ain't gonna be good. Oh hell yeah. That's a 7, so a success by 1 by your parameters.
Great. All right.
Woo-hoo!
So, you pull it off. You get the fence bent back into shape. Thankfully, all the bending mostly happened right around the immediate tear, so you don't have the whole fence stretched and warped. You even pull off the few fibers of buckles and straps
Whew.
that tore off of the captain's straps and such, so that there isn't any other clear clues that something crawled through here. You think, as long as someone doesn't directly
Do a patrol.
walk right by and inspect it,
Yeah.
you will be good.
Okay. Whew. Sweating. That was a very important dice roll. I don't have I don't have the enchanted gambler's dice in this game.
No, you don't. So,
Whew.
you are now all close together, behind one particular slightly ratty pickup truck. I should also describe these trucks. Almost all are in what you would describe as in semi terms, this would be like a cab over design. So the power plant for these things is underneath. They don't have a long hood. They just sort of have a flat nose. Looks, I don't know, vaguely like some old light European trucks. That helps at all. Like to picture what you're surrounded by here. Yeah, it's kind of rusty and yeah. You're sitting here
Shit, trucks, got it.
on the ground behind the truck and catching your breath and waiting for your hearts to stop pounding and deciding what to do next.
I want to scoot back and try to locate the entryway. And in group chat, I'll be like, "All right, hold for a second. Let me see what the entryway looks
So you
like."
all, from where you're at, you all can see the entryway.
Okay.
You might just be in camera view from it if you hadn't already looped the camera footage. But you can see it.
Okay.
Like from where you guys are at now, right about. Let me get my drawing tools again here. From where you guys are at, like right about in this general area,
Yeah.
you can see it over here.
That's what I thought. So let me do something real quick. Are like the trucks like parked like so, like they're just kind of like around, or are they long ways?
So they're generally parked parallel to the rock face, if that helps at all.
So
Perpendicular to the road.
okay, so they're like this.
There's basically road, yeah, kind of like that sort of deal. A bit scattered around because this is, again, almost, approximately 100 meters to a side. Obviously, it's not exactly square,
okay.
but
yeah, this
it's a
isn't-
big lot with not a lot in it.
Okay. Just various trucks to hide behind. Okay, cool. So we could
Yeah.
do like a little dash
There-
towards the entrance without too much fuss.
Yeah, there's a cup. So, you estimate that as long as you're careful, it will be almost trivially easy for you to approach the door.
I make a point.
You see no signs of any advanced sensors, and your chameleon suit is excellent in the situation.
I'm gonna wait until
However-
the door's open.
For the captain and Cyrulas, yeah, they're
That was the plan.
gonna have much more trouble.
That was the plan. I was gonna like see Jimmy the door open and see if there's like an immediate like. I imagine there's like a sort of like check-in booth where you gotta like to turn over your weapon and
Well, let's go.
shit like that.
Do you want to try and sneak up and look?
Yes.
All right.
Um.
So,
Moving up. Whoa.
While Olivia's
You-
doing that, I wanna ask
Yeah.
I wanna ask Needle a question. Over text.
Yeah.
Now that the mission is advancing, do you want to continue being on lookout,
Mhm.
or do you want to try to sneak down and catch up with us?
Needle says she definitely wants to come down and join you guys in the
All right. Or then I'll
Fine.
Great.
Cool.
All right, then I'll
Give
save
me
it
a
for
stealth
Olivia
check.
to chill out for a minute.
stealth check and a climbing check, please.
Who says I'm good at me climbing down?
How else do you want to get down?
I want to glide down because I can do that.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Right.
This
Okay.
character is so fucking cool.
Would that be the free fall?
Right.
Would that...
Give me a stealth. Just give me a stealth check. You don't have to roll to glide. You just glide.
Success by 0.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Um,
Oh yeah. Damn.
I'll need a second stealth check. Because there's part of this that's easy enough. You're moving
gotta
amongst
stick
the
to landing.
trees, and you've got cover.
Success by
Okay,
4.
Hell yeah.
that is a 5 though. That's exactly what you needed. So, here's what happens. So you folks, like, she signals to you, okay, she's looking to come on down. And so, like, Needle, like, packs up their rifle, slings it back over their back, and hops off the rock. And glides amongst the trees down to, like, just off the right hand bottom side, like, bottom right hand side of the map. Okay. And then the trees start to thin out. And so Needle gets close and then tucks her wings back in and just does this dive down into the parking lot,
Nice.
aiming for behind the box truck where it's parked over up against the rock face in the corner, and just tries to swoop in quick while everybody's back is turned and just makes it. So, narrowly pulls off a difficult stealth check to sneak in unnoticed. And you're safe. You're down in the parking lot.
Yippee! Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So, now, Livia, give me your stealth check. Again, really, probably very easy, but it's still possible for you to crit fail and have this
I got close.
go horribly wrong.
Oh, it was close to a crit fail. Oh god, 12. 17, so that's in theory a failure by 4, but maybe my camo with the -6 helps that out a little bit. So it would be like a very narrow success in theory.
All right. So, the ground, there's some dirt stuff that basically has slid and gravel that slid off the hillside here onto the parking lot near the face of the mountain here, right? And as the captain noted earlier, it has been raining sometime a few hours ago. And this is still very muddy. And you
Squish,
are
squish.
not paying attention
Squish.
until you realize, oh shoot, not only am I going squelch with every step, I'm leaving huge muddy footprints.
Oh, it's like, yeah. That's
You're like
probably
leaving
visible.
footprints in the mud. Not like cracking off your boots yet.
Okay.
There's indentations where you stepped in the mud. And so you hurry on back and like scrub it out and then loop around the mud. So it takes a minute, but you get up to the entryway. So there is a door. It has a keypad on it. You see no way to open the main vehicle door from the outside.
Alright, well, I mean, I got tools for that.
Yeah, what you want to do?
Which thing would this be? Would this be programming or electronic operation security? I still have that.
Do you have lockpicking?
I do. Oh, that's higher, actually.
Give me a lockpicking check.
Ooh. I just put a point in that in like 1 or 2 sessions ago. So, I got an extra 10% to pass this. And I definitely do. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a net success by 4.
All right. So
Maybe just punches
this
in the exact code correctly.
thing is, this is a after the fact installation on a basic door.
Oh, okay.
This was not originally supposed to be like a secured door, and someone installed this. And you observe that the metal door is warped,
Ah!
and are able to slide a tool underneath the underneath the edge of the plate and just trip the lock without ever touching the electronic components.
Amateurs.
And that's pretty much your thought. Like, this is compared to some of the things you've had to deal with on the regular in your your job in the past. This is amateur. This is fucking amateur hour.
Yeah.
These people are incredibly sloppy. Your mind. And so the door is unlocked, and you signal, folks. The door is unlocked. Do you want to open the door
Okay.
and look
Oh my
inside?
god, do I? I think I have. Oh, I don't remember if I've got like a tiny camera or something.
I don't think you do.
Ah.
The captain's the one who has those.
I have a recon drone, but those are too big to just slide into a door. Small radio,
I believe so.
variable electronic lockpick, which I probably just used, kind of. Damn, I really need to invest in like one of those little.
The two left here. Captain or Cyrilla shakes her head and just says, "I can drive."
Good,
Okay.
because I want to steal that armored truck.
Oh no, that's.
I take it that a subtle exit is out of the question then?
No.
This is turning into Captain, where do you want to put it?
We'll figure that
We
out.
don't
when
have
get
any way
back.
to get.
We'll cross that
Are
bridge
you
when we
going to
get to it.
steal? Are you going to steal a kilometer or so of tie downs? We don't have any place to put it inside the ship. We'd have to somehow strap it to the outside.
We'll figure that out.
I got an idea.
We didn't put a luggage rack on the roof of the ship.
Alright, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
I'm just waving my hand back and forth. Yeah.
Okay, I did like a twice over on my equipment. Can I detach my small computer and have it like record just a few seconds of me like peeking inside the door, like a sort of like a reverse mirror situation in a lower tech setting? Is that something?
No.
No. Shit.
Because the computer doesn't have a camera on it by default.
Damn it.
What if she takes out her eye and attaches it?
Honestly, would that work? Popping out my eye?
Give me an electronics operation surveillance check. Let's see if you can make it work.
Ooh, bro, good call.
I could hear his gears grinding.
Yeah. Oh, that is a failure by 1.
All right, Mrs. Potato Head. All right. Yeah, you are able to pop out an eyeball and set it up to record. You can't see through it while it's not plugged in.
That's fine.
But you can make it record a few seconds of footage, then pop it back in and replay what it saw. I want a quick health check as you do.
That's fair and valid.
Because suddenly your two eyeballs are saying completely different things. No, with the he pronouns, the Lex was talking about me, my gears grinding at that question,
I get it.
not yours.
Well, I definitely succeed. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a success by like 5.
Okay, you managed to successfully fight the nausea of seeing two completely different things through two different eyeballs.
I thought you said I couldn't see through it.
Right, but you have to put the eyeball back in.
Oh, true.
After you've done your little sweep.
Yeah, you're right.
And then view what it saw. And so for a few seconds, you've got one eyeball that's at about floor level inside the room, and one eyeball that's in your head. And it's not pleasant, but there is someone seated in this space. So first of all, it's a large room, a single room, other than a clearly marked restroom. You don't know what language the restroom sign is written in, but the iconography is pretty universal across all human and human adjacent cultures.
Sure.
And there's one person who's looks like they're eating lunch, sitting in a kind of a ratty chair at a crusty old
Okay, they're
table.
distracted. Good.
There are no vehicles pulled inside, inside the space, but it looks like basically
Oh, it's like
a place where a vehicle would pull inside
hangar bay.
to be loaded, and next to it is a winch-operated lift that is currently down.
Okay, sandwich eating man. How far is he away from the door?
He appears to be eating a dinner. Looks like it's some sort of macaroni
No,
and
that's
cheese-based
not
item.
what I asked.
And he is about. I wasn't done yet.
Okay.
And he is about 3 meters from the door.
How many feet is that?
Well,
1 meter is about 3 feet.
Okay. Okay. So I could
if you haven't taken that work yet for for that we were discussing for can't use metric, I'm officially telling you to take it.
So he'll probably notice the door creak open, but I'm nearly invisible. I could blitz him and knock him out. And I text that in the group chat. I gotta pull up my little computer and I boop 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 boop. There's a guy inside. I could knock him out real quick. Any objections?
I don't have any objection.
No objections here.
I doubt Cyrillus had.
Cyrillus doesn't say anything. She seems to be deferring to the captain.
Okay, then in that case, I think I'm gonna do what I did to that cop a couple episodes back.
All right. So he's close enough that you can reach him in a single round, and then go to work trying to grapple him. So what I want is, what you have judo, right?
I do. It's not great, but it's
'Kay.
something.
All right. Give me your check.
Alright. Now, internally, the DC might be slightly lower because I'm invisible, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, okay. 9, that's a success by 2.
That's by 2. All right. Very good. He has no roll to resist in this first round, as he is caught by surprise and stunned.
Yeah.
Next round, I need another judo roll real quick. As you now start strangling him.
Not to death. I'm being non-lethal.
I know.
Strangulation is strangulation.
Okay, success by 3. I rolled better that time.
Sometimes it kills people, sometimes it's hot.
Jesus.
Crying out loud. All right. So, yeah, you are able to successfully knock him out. He is caught in the middle of his mac and cheese dinner and not strangled unconscious in his chair.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations. Do you signal?
Oh,
What do you signal from there? What do you do next?
I immediately tap on my computer. Guard disabled. Get in here. Close the door on your way in. Quickly, please.
All right. I signal for Needle
Everybody in.
and then Zero.
Okay, Cyrillus peeks over the top of a car and looks to see what the guards are watching. Also, I want a quick stealth check from you, Livia.
Oh, sure. Alright. 6, 7, 9, 10, 12. That is, I think. Oh, that's a success by 1, I believe. Yes.
Cirulas peeks up and immediately drops back down and whispers urgently into the radio, "Small problem. It looks like the guards heard the door open. One of them isn't in his watchtower anymore."
Shit. Was I not stealthy with the door?
Not stealthy enough, not while you were trying to quickly
Oh,
open the door, dash inside, and strangle someone.
damn it. I should have specified, but that's on me. Okay.
There isn't anything you could do. You could either be fast or you can be stealthy in these sorts of situations.
Yeah, he would notice the door being like, he'd be like, what the fuck?
You opted to be fast
Yeah.
to subdue him, and it paid off just fine. But you can't win. You can't have it both ways.
Sure.
So, there is someone, and now that she said that, everyone can hear it, especially the captain, who's got great enhanced hearing. And what's your hearing, Needle?
That is a good question. Let me check really quick. Forget.
Because I think
it's very
you're
high,
specifically
16.
really good hearing.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Needle not only could you hear Livia's footsteps pretty much the whole time you've been down here, and the sound of someone strangling inside, you can hear the guy crossing the lot, his feet crunching just a bit on the mud and grit on the lot. Cirulas whispers, how are we trying to neutralize this one?
Well, we can try to do it quietly, and if we can't, then we just go loud the whole way.
Oh, no.
Are weapons free? Weapons free on this.
Oh, fuck.
Are you silenced?
It's plasma. It isn't silenced.
Yeah, let's try to take him out quietly first.
All right.
Vito will
For rifle.
pull out.
And yeah, go ahead.
Nino will
Go ahead.
pull out the little flashlight-looking thing on her belt, hit a button on it, and it will extend out, preparing to
Oh, baton?
fight if need be.
Longer than a baton. It's like
It's like
four-
slightly taller
it's like-
than her.
Damn.
Is it a?
it's like 5 and a bit
it's
feet
it's
long.
a staff. Okay.
And Cirulas pulls out the axe
And I
and powers it on.
do one of those hold on a second. I'm having a brain fart. Oh yeah. Okay. So Mission Impossible. Henry Cavill reloading his biceps.
Punch, punch.
The thing is, that's where it's like best known from. That is just a thing that people do.
Yeah. Well, he
I don't know
explained
why.
it. I mean, he explained he does that. He does that when he's working out. He does that. I mean, people do that when their arms are getting tired and they're about to do their
Yeah.
burnout set.
No, you're just shaking a sore muscle.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, the one guard. So, Cirulas points to Needle, and then jerks a thumb in the direction of the guy who's approaching, then points to herself and up at the guy in the other watchtower.
Oh, shit.
Then, Fee slinks off through the parking lot. Unless someone wants to intervene, who's out in the parking lot and can see the gestures.
I just give thumbs up.
I got my gun drawn. I'm about to. If I gotta kneecap somebody, I will. But I'm staying kind of at the door, and I want to see if my 3 teammates can kind of handle the situation.
Captain, Do you want to try and hide or just lay in wait to jump this guy?
I need a little bit of a visual. Where
Okay.
am I in relation to Needle?
Okay. So there are 3 vehicles parked directly like up against this rock, the wall, the rock face, the dirt, what have you. Okay. There's this truck that you folks took cover behind after getting through the fence. There's another truck, a little fancy, like a little nicer, that's about halfway between that truck and the door.
This isn't
So it's like
helping.
10 meters almost still from the door itself. And then there's the box truck, which is parked like 2 or 3 meters from the big door, but the big door is on Needle's side. So after the big, there's like a couple of meters to the big door. The big door is like 5 meters across. Then there's the door. So Needle is about 7 meters from the door. You're about 10 meters from the door, and you're on opposite sides. As you look at the map, you're more towards the left, and Needle is more towards the right.
And the guy is approaching from Needle's side.
Right down the middle. The guy who got down, the guy on the left watchtower. The guy in the right watchtower, as far as you're aware, it's cool.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna snap my sword loose from its holster and partially draw it so I can whip it out if I need to.
I love how we've just accidentally wound up with the 3 people outside who are prepared to get medieval with this. Hilarious. All right. So he is
understands the what she was motioning and prepares to hop out from the box truck and strike him from behind when he passes her.
Okay, so worth knowing, he's not going to pass directly next to the truck. He's going to be a few meters away. So you'll have to potentially do some running and or sneaking to approach him, maybe while his back is turned. Now,
could I do a little knock on the vehicle I'm up against to get him to turn in my direction?
You potentially could. How do you want to hide? So do you want to try and like slip under the truck so that you're not immediately visible? Or do you want to risk straight up drawing his attention and hope that works out well?
Okay, maybe I misunderstood again. I thought I was already behind the truck to begin with.
You're behind the truck from the perspective of the watchtower, but he's approaching the door. And so once he gets to standing by the door, he's going to be able to look to his left, see down the face of the embankment, the wall, like between the wall and the truck, and there's you.
But it's not a two-dimensional object. I can move around to...
Yes, sure. You want to? That's what I'm asking. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't phrase that very well. So you want to reposition to be hiding from him, and be a little less worried about hiding from the guy in the other watchtower.
That doesn't make sense to me because the way you're describing it sounds like this vehicle is just
all right. Give me a
flat.
moment to rearrange the map.
I understand it.
I don't.
Fine.
I'm with him.
Oh, you're on the tokens. You're on the tokens layer. Okay. Nope. I can't. Why can't I grab anything? Oh, that's why. Wrong tool. All right. So we've got like truck, box truck. We've got pickup truck, and we've got pickup truck. Okay. We have a guy.
What kind of guy are you?
Up here. And we've got a guy who came down and is walking this way. And we've got... Oh, I need to recolor something because it's the wrong color now. And we've got Lex
Oh,
over
I see
here.
an icon like under the drawing. Oh, it's gone.
Can't drag things around. It's... Wow, that's
I
annoying.
need to push the tokens up.
Let me take a second.
Yeah.
No, you can. It should be on the right layer. I just need to change how things are snapping to the grid.
I mean, I don't see. I saw his like the bottom of his icon, and then it went away.
It's on the tokens layer.
How do I change what layer out that I can see?
You are only able to view the tokens layer. It should be in the parking lot.
I mean, you can look at my stream. I don't see anybody's token.
I don't either.
I saw Lex's like the bottom, like under this for a second.
Okay.
Oh, there he is, little mini guy.
Yep, there
He
we
has
go.
arrived. Yippee.
Great.
There he is.
I thought we
Great.
were all closer to the door, with vehicles parked.
Well, you're closer to the door than that. You're over here, actually. And then let me upload, properly get Needle's token. Should only be a moment. Here we go. And then now I just gotta wait for those to display properly. Because the software is like that. Wow. Okay. Doesn't freaking want to work. I love this. The platform is so... Alright. Cool. Well, for now we don't get a frickin' token for
I'm this.
whistle because I can't get it to display.
I'm this little circle.
Uh,
I actually have a proper token for once, and I don't get to use it. This sucks.
I'm a little bit pissed about this. I think I might find a different tabletop that works reliably, or a different solution of some sort.
I mean, Roll20's not the
Like
only
using
game in
this thing.
town. It's just the most common.
And given the way I'm using this, I'd get better reliability out of a Google, like a Google spreadsheet or presentation or something that I could share. That would honestly work better. All right. Let me add the grid back and see if that helps fix the dang problem. Maybe it's throwing a fit over that.
Lex is now a small creature. Oh, there we go. It fixed.
There we go. Now I can see the token.
Oh, hey, there you are. Oh, that is 3 pixels.
Wowie.
I gotta zoom maximum and I can kind of tell what it is.
It's the best I had in the time I had. Honestly, it's the best I had to make anything custom,
Hey.
period.
For what it's worth, it's actually pretty, like, it's not bad. It's just that by virtue of being pixels, it is a little hard to see.
Yeah.
Um,
It's cute though, when you zoom in.
so that's about where we're at.
Meanwhile, I'm just
Like I
behind the
said,
circle.
you are about 10, each of you about 10-ish meters from the door where this guy's going to be going. Because it's a big lot with not a lot in it. So, he's approaching. A leisurely pace.
While they contemplate, would you say I'm about 2100 range away from the guy in the tower?
You are like 130, 140 meters.
Oh,
from
that
him.
is beautiful. That is perfect. That is in pistol range.
You want to try and shoot him?
Not right now. I am gonna like kind of. I'm got my invisible eye out the door, kind of waiting to
That's
see
no
how
problem.
my teammates
Right.
handle it.
So small problem for you. So the door. Actually, there's an exterior door. Yeah. So there's an exterior door, which means it opens inward. Okay.
Okay.
And it is, only a right-handed door from the inside. That is to say, when you're, okay, how do I illustrate this? So as you are standing inside, okay, if you want to have the door open just a crack and peek out, you're looking off to the left-hand side, off to the watchtower where the guy came down from.
Okay.
You'd have to open the door quite a bit to see out
okay.
the other
I
way
see what-
towards the guard.
I got
who's
it.
up in his watchtower.
So I'm not gonna do that, but I am kind of. I got my gun in hand in like that like military police kind of like stance where it's just I'm ready to pop off if like somebody enters it that I don't want to enter. But I'm mostly just
Sure.
waiting to see what.
Standing covering the door.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what how my team handles it, and I'll come out and pop off if I have to.
All right. So what I want to know is if I slink around to this side of the truck.
Yeah.
How does that put me at risk of being seen by the tower guy? If I reach around and do a little knock on this side to draw his attention that way.
Because the amount of cover you have behind the truck is a little bit less from that direction.
It's a pickup truck, though.
I spend a fair amount of time around pickup trucks. You have less cover if you're hiding behind the narrow end than you do if you're behind the long way. It's not a huge deal.
Well, you made
Really,
it
my
sound like I was
question
gonna
is
get
just,
seen
are you-
immediately.
Nope. Sorry. My question is just, are you going to try and shimmy around the truck? Or
Yeah.
like, which side of the truck do you want to be on?
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
try
try
and
to
move around the back side of it?
I'm gonna try to move around this side, but I don't want to knock on the truck from the same side that I'm hiding on. I want to knock on this side. Erase all that. I want to knock on this
Okay.
side so it sounds like the noise is coming from there.
Okay. Sounds good. So he strolls on up to the door. I want a stealth check from each of you.
From both of us? Oh boy.
Yes.
And back.
I failed by 1.
Oof.
Success. Just a flat success.
All right. So as he's approaching, Needle, you take like a little half step and crunch in the gravel, and he turns and sees you. And that is where we're going to stop for this session.
Woo!
Damn it!
Evil.
It is 9:30.
Yeah.
So, this is a long session. I'm going to give everybody this is going to be a 3 character point session.
Ooh. We did a lot of rolling.
here we are. You folks are potentially about to have a fight. Almost certainly about to have some kind of fight. And let's plan on getting back next week.
Yippee!
So, is there anything that we want to discuss on the recording? Any questions folks have? Any other discussion that we want to go
I had
the published session?
I had something in mind, but I forgot. I added a couple things to my wish list. I need to get a wire camera and some jamming technology of some kind, but that's for later. That's for something for you to keep in
That's
mind.
for future you to worry about.
Yeah.
That, for you, I recommend that you start by looking in GURPS Ultratech, in Ultratech, and look around for equipment that sounds like it does what you want it to do, and then just check with me to make sure that you're on the same page with me about what the thing does.
Okay.
And it shouldn't be a problem.
I still have $6,000 left, so once we're done with the mission, I could look into buying something with.
Once you're done, right? Once you're no longer here.
Yeah, no,
middle of
I
nowhere.
completely understand that.
Once you get a chance to shop, yeah, right, absolutely. But you can, as far as figuring out, you can do some looking and figure out what strikes your fancy, and then we can go ahead and get it.
Sir.
Like add it to your list. Anything else?
I'm not gonna think of.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is a fun session. I think we got some interesting, difficult decisions,
I
and
remember.
yeah.
I added incompetence metric, and that gives me a 1 point. Is that okay?
That works.
Okay.
Technically not what the incompetence quirk is, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because it's just a quirk. Like, technically, the incompetence quirk is supposed to get paired with a skill.
Yeah, I saw that.
It affects the use of a skill. But practically speaking, that's what this is. It's quirk level incompetence with a thing. In this case, a system of measurement.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. And you do get the full points for it.
Okay, cool. It's just a 1 point, so I'm fine with that.
Yep.
I'm going to.
There would be.
I know exactly what I'm putting my points into.
Yeah?
Stealth.
Stealth?
Both of us.
What gave it away?
I don't know. It might have. I think it was you who gave it away, all things considered.
A 9
We'll
stealth.
give it away. The punch of the gravel.
It's that, like, she's
So-
also running heavy, so that doesn't do her any favors.
No, I'm not.
I don't think she's actually carrying all of that stuff with
Oh,
her.
she hasn't done like an extra equipment thing yet. Okay.
She's not carrying the 3D printer
But here's the thing.
on this project.
She's still rolling with the effects, like she's got -3 to encumbrance, so her stealth should have been higher than if she wasn't if she's not carrying all this. So that's affecting your stats by not doing that.
Oh! Hold on. You only failed by 1, didn't you, Whistle?
I forgot encumbrance is a thing. I was not made aware of it when we were making character, so.
Yeah, I didn't discuss it at length because I was really tired.
It's like
at
it
that
includes
point.
modifiers
But
from encumbrance
get into that.
-3, so her stealth
was
is actually
okay.
a 12 or
Let's-
11.
Let's roll that back just a bit. So, that is a good catch. Okay.
I thought I was just shitty at sneaking.
Never-
I didn't realize I was having an encumbrance thing.
Yeah, you're fat rolling.
So, assuming that you're not carrying your suitcase, like your suitcase mini fact,
Or my
your
bag,
3D printer.
Or,
Yeah. Assuming you're not carrying all of your stuff, that actually means that you would be at a different encumbrance level, and you would not have failed that stealth check. So we are still going to pause here. This is still a dramatic moment, as you folks are all just about to go into action. But we are going
Just
to
grab the list.
right.
Move the clamshell
You are
out.
just going to
Yeah.
be going into action with the advantage of surprise or what have you, instead of
And just like
having
that,
just been detected.
just like that, her stealth
Okay.
is 11. Just moving 4 items down. I also have something
So, yeah.
I'd like to address after we.
Being better at stealth would still not hurt, but it isn't as bad a crisis. That is one reason why you might want to choose to be especially good at some skill that otherwise wouldn't make sense is if your encumbrance affects it and you expect to be encumbered a certain amount. Like some of Cyrulos' skills are a little bit better than she would ordinarily need to be because she's intended to be able to do them in full combat dress, which is heavy.
Okay. One more thing I could address on camera for content purposes.
Yeah.
Signature gear. I just noticed that for equipment normally bought with money, each point gives goods worth up to 50% of the average campaign starting. So I still have I could do that. I was thinking of adding my nanoweave bodysuit to that kind of thing. Like, this iconic image that I've been using this whole campaign. Like,
yes, I would allow that.
Okay, so
I would allow you to add that to your signature gear.
Okay. I don't know how to denote that. It's just something to keep in mind.
Just go into the character. Just go into the. You go into the item. You manually override its cost to 0.
Okay.
And you will apply a note somewhere up there in the notes, which just says, signature
gear. Okay. So I get $900.
There you go.
$900 back. Okay. Cool.
Keep in mind that the chameleon surface is part of that.
Oh yeah. So I gotta change. Oh god.
So adjust the cost of the chameleon surface down.
Shit!
I just
got a lot of money back.
That's what's gonna save you money because that was expensive.
Okay, I just got a lot of money back.
I'll just say that there's a reason that the person who's a full combat combat soldier doesn't have that, and that's because it's freaking expensive. That is special forces.
Okay.
Tech there.
And all of that does
in terms of cost.
I still get a little bit of wiggle room, but that's a lot. That does take that's like half of the signature gear requirement right there. That's like 12,000.
Why do you use it though?
Assume 90% of her gear she is not carrying on her, and I moved everything I would expect her not to have on her, and I am at not encumbered at all now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
now
my stealth is up to 12. I did not.
So I'm going to introduce you at this point. You notice containers, how containers work. So not only can you turn things that already exist into containers, which is helpful with equipment, but you can also just create new containers. People use them, like Livia and Lex both have those to sort their skills. Say, here's my combat skills, and here's my spaceship skills and whatnot. They use them to sort some of their traits because they have a bunch of cybernetics. So they've got a container that's just cybernetics. So you can use those to set up equipment and then say, okay, so here's this group of stuff and this group of stuff that you often tend to carry together. And then you can more easily and efficiently click and drag what you are and are not carrying to make inventory management for different situations really quick on the fly and make it take very few decisions so you don't decision paralysis, decision fatigue yourself out in the middle of a session just deciding what stuff to carry. That is one of the biggest reasons. This is the third biggest reason I like this particular character sheet software. Again, anybody who's watching, it's just GURPS character sheet. I think it's .org, maybe .com. I think they have multiple of the domain names, and it'll redirect you to the correct one. But don't quote me on that.
It's a first thing that comes up when you search GURPS character sheet.
It is a really good piece of software that's maintained by volunteers. So toss a coin to your Witcher on that, and it's just really good. It makes your life so much easier playing or running GURPS, having something that does the character creation and maintenance math for you instead of having to do that yourself.
Okay. I have 10,000
Takes
in
so
signature
much of the
gear, so that's good to know.
takes so much complexity and frustration out of being able to just use the system on the fly. So, yeah. So that. So now that we've got encumbrance fixed, yeah. Actually, Needle was perfectly sneaky, and we're just picking up at the moment where this guy reaches the door,
Okay.
and you folks
Cool.
will decide what to do as I describe him reaching the door.
Sweet.
Good catch, Livia.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I didn't realize that they weren't utilizing their other equipment tab, and they were. I thought they were fat rolling. I thought they had everything on them.
And I just don't know the character well enough to catch it myself either. To just notice what I didn't tell them how to do. Which that is initially the initial fault there is on me for not bringing it up. But in my defense, I think it was like
Oh yeah, it was
10:30
super late when
10:30, 11 my time by the time we got
Like-
finished, and I was tired.
So Ebony,
Yeah, we were kind of working on the character sheet rather late into the night.
the general conceit is like this other equipment tab is sort of like stuff where it's like our own little like lockbox on the ship or something. That's kind of like, or you could also have it on your vehicle.
If you had
in
one.
in a parking lot somewhere, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it is literally just you have carried equipment and you have equipment that isn't being carried. Simple as. And if you have stuff that's in specific containers, like I have a locker in aboard the Mavka, well, you can create a container and label and name it, Foot Locker aboard Mavka, and then put things in it that you've put in the locker, and that helps. It helps some just for organization, and helps, I feel, a little bit just for immersion, like to know physically where your character's stuff is. I don't know, it makes it feel a little more real.
Yeah. Alright, well,
Yeah,
So yeah,
I think I'm gonna stop recording
and to
here.
be clear, that's not just me talking at you, it's also me just sort of talking to the audience. But, alright,
GG.
GG.
have a good one.